So today we're going to talk about the Mediterranean diet, which is something that I simply adore. This is something that should make us happy because we're talking about food, and food should be a source of pleasure and joy and health and make us feel energetic and vibrant and ready to face the day. And the Mediterranean diet does all of this for me. The Mediterranean diet isn't a diet, okay? Sometimes that four-letter word, diet, becomes something we hate, right? Something that hounds us, something that, oh yeah, I can't have that, I'm on a diet. No, that's not what we're talking about. What I'm talking about is a lifestyle choice and embracing this idea of living like an Italian. So that means I want to eat what's in season, okay? If it is February, I do not want to eat strawberries. I really don't want to eat strawberries. I hear you. I'm not saying, oh gee, I'd like to eat strawberries, but they're not in season. I don't want to eat strawberries in February. I want to eat them when they come out, which is probably going to be more like April, possibly even May, depending on where I live and what the temperature is. We have a little tradition in Italy that when we eat a fruit or vegetable for the first time this year, we make a wish, okay? Because it's that first taste of the first cherry of the season, or the first taste of the pumpkin of the season. We make a wish. And from year to year, we kind of remember, oh, remember last year we had, and the little vegetable or fruit has its moment in the sun, literally, and then it goes, okay? And then its season is over, and we have to wait until next year. So this helps us to have a nice varied diet. It helps to change the flavors, so we're not always eating the same thing. We're getting usually the kinds of nutrients that we need in that season, okay? Right now, I'm eating all kinds of delicious fresh artichokes, kale, Swiss chard, because that's what's growing. It's winter. So my body is telling me, oh, I really feel like having some nice dark green leafies, because that is what I need right now. And it's, that's what's in season. So if we can change our way of thinking to say, gee, what's in season right now? Let me see what's really fresh. And you know something? It's always what's cheaper too, because if you're buying blueberries in January, you're paying top dollar because they've come on a plane from somewhere. What we should be eating is what's growing right now near to us. When we talk about Mediterranean diet, we're talking about something that's common to the whole area of the Mediterranean. Italy has 20 regions, so I would say we have 20 declinations or 20 versions of this Mediterranean diet. But basically what we're talking about is good olive oil, good fresh vegetables and fruit, some grains, a little cheese, a lot of fish, and then there's a little meat in there, but it's not a lot. So we're away from butter, we're away from heavy sauces, we are away from the sad diet, right? You know that term, the standard American diet is sad. We're in a happy diet because food should be something we look forward to. In Italy, the moment of eating is a moment to be together with our family, with our friends, to share, to break the bread together. dinner time because I know it's a moment that I'm going to enjoy. And I enjoy it because it's always different, right? Because we're eating seasonally here. Italy has some very important contributions to world health that go beyond the Mediterranean diet. I'm talking about chilometro zero, or the 0 kilometer farm to table, local produce. This is something that goes way back. It goes before these terms, right? Italians are eating the fruits and vegetables that come from the area around their city, that are the closest to them, and that are seasonal, okay? And the other great contribution is, of course, slow food. And what is slow food except the answer to fast food, right? Which does not mean we have to spend 10 hours in the kitchen before we can eat something. Absolutely not. This is the great fun of Italian cuisine. It's good for you, and it's quick. Because if we're using those healthy, fresh ingredients, we don't have to do too much to them. In fact, we don't want to do too much to them. We want to eat them as close to raw as possible. So we're not cooking them for a long time. And our olive oil should be what we say raw, crudo, right? The olive oil that cooks, and the longer it cooks, the less nutrients it's going to have for you. In fact, it's going to change its physical properties and not be as healthy for you as fresh, uncooked olive oil. So, tonight I'm going to roast some beautiful red and yellow peppers. Pull those little skins right off after I've put them in the oven so that they turn a little blackened. I'm going to take those little skins right off, and then I will put some nice, fresh, uncooked olive oil on them. And I can't wait. So let's try to go on this little adventure, this little culinary adventure together, this little foray into the Mediterranean diet, which even if you're not living on the Mediterranean, you can do, because you'll be eating what's fresh and what's local and what's near to your home. So try to come with me on this adventure and live like an Italian.